Hi, I'm Serlena Martin with Mocs News. The Resume Doctor is preparing UTC students for the upcoming Spring Career Day with events in Fletcher Hall and the EMCS. I stopped by Fletcher Hall and spoke with Jean Dake, who is the director of the Career and Student Employment Center.
The Resume Doctor is a program offered by the Career and Student Employment Center, and we take our staff to different buildings around campus to get out to talk with students about their resume.
The Career and Employment Center in 315 of the University Center works with student schedules, so they can use email and drop-off as well as events. For more thorough critiques, you can make an appointment.
It was really successful. I hope to get a more professional resume that is going to attract a lot of attention from potential employers.
The Career Day coming up this spring, February 6th, Wednesday, February 6th, is a great opportunity for students to come and network with a wide variety of employers. Currently, we have about 67 on the list. We expect that to get up higher, maybe close to 75. The employers have told us ahead of time whether they're going to have job opportunities for full-time graduating candidates, part-time, internship, or summer opportunities. So it's a great time for any student, whether they're a freshman or graduating student, to come in and have the chance to network ahead of time with the employers. Also on our website, we're going to have that list available with all the companies and organizations coming. We'll also link their web page to the list and whether they're looking for, like we said, part-time, full-time, summer or internship opportunity. So it's a wonderful time for students to come talk with employers. I mean, when other chance would they have to talk with that many different companies where it's not costing them students anything different to come to that event? So it's good to come and network, show their resume to employers, find out how they can be more marketable to companies. So great networking opportunity. And of course, we encourage students to come dressed professional. Come as if you were having an interview, because the employers are going to be looking for those that present themselves well. An additional tool to help them get ready for the Career Day is our program next week on the 30th of January. Make the most of Career Day. We have 3 recruiters who go to a lot of career fairs that are coming to share with students, some inside tips on how to be successful at a career fair. So that program will be on the 30th at 4 o'clock in the Lookout Mountain Room.
This is Ashley Broockman with Mocs News. A group of UTC chemical engineering students recently placed in a national chemical car competition. The team came in 9th out of 33 other undergraduate chemical engineering students.
The American Institute of Chemical Engineers, AICHE, is a national society for chemical engineers. It also has undergraduate chapters that it's free to undergraduates to join, and they hold annually regional and national competitions for the Chemi car, which is a shoebox-sized car that we have to build and power with chemical reactions, and it also has to be stopped by a chemical reaction. The competition takes place in a manner that we have an hour before the competition to determine how far we have to go, or they tell us how far we have to go, and we have to determine how to stop it in that amount of time. And we went to Clemson, South Carolina last March to compete regionally, and we placed 3rd out of 17, and that qualified us to go to nationals. Nationals were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this past October, and we placed 9th out of 33 there. And we are continuing our work on the car and plan to go to Lexington this March to compete again in our regional conference and hopefully go to nationals once more.
The team is traveling to Lexington in March and is planning on competing in regionals once again. If they place, they'll be going to nationals in October.
I'm Emily Kulick, and this is your faculty features. Last week I met with Nancy Badger, and this week I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Fouad Moughrabi, who has been with UTC for 40 years.
My name is Fouad Moughrabi, and I am a professor and department head in political science. Well, I'm Palestinian. I was born in Jerusalem, and I grew up in Bethlehem. And I attended a French Christian Brothers school, so I'm fluent in French. I came to the U.S. to go to college, nothing about the United States. I wanted to go to France or England, but I ended up getting a scholarship, and I came to the U.S. And so I was 17, and I came, and I went to Yale for a while, and I finished at Duke, and then I got my master's, and I went back to the Middle East and worked in the Jordanian Foreign Ministry for a while, and at the University of Jordan, which was a brand new institution. When I was thinking about going back to teach, I wasn't really planning to come back here. And I wasn't planning to be a teacher, a professor. I was applying for jobs with newspapers. I thought I'd be a journalist. And the phone rang one day, and this young French operator says to me, "Monsieur, you have a telegram." I said, "Oh, where is it from?" He said, "From the U.S." And I said, "Can you read it to me?" And she read it to me on the phone. And it was offering me a job. I mean, asking me if I would be interested to come teach. Blah, 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 University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And so I'm talking to myself. I said, "Oh, I wonder where that is." She said, "Oh, yeah. You know the Chattanooga choo-choo, the song?" I said, yeah, but it's about a choo-choo train." She said, "No, it's also about a city." I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, do you know where it is?" She said, "I looked it up on the map. This is the operator." Mm-hmm. She looked it up on the map. So she told me where it was. She said, "It's south of Knoxville, north of Atlanta, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Oh, okay." So I said, "Yeah, why not?" And then I said, "Well, how much salary?" So the dean answered. It was like $10,000. I multiplied by 5 francs to the dollar. It seemed like a huge amount of money to me at the time. Mm-hmm. Because I was living on 500 francs a month. And I enjoy teaching. I love it. I enjoy the contact with the students. I enjoy talking to them, helping them. It's a pleasure for me when somebody does well and goes on and does good things in his or her life.
So what do you plan to do when you retire?
Number one, I don't want to do anything. That's number one. Or I'm thinking of opening a bar. Number two, which is not true, of course. I mean, way deep in my dreams, I think of myself as somebody who owns a British pub somewhere, a charming little British pub. But that's not going to happen. I have lots of projects to work on. I've been involved in all kinds of things. This thing in Morocco, I went to Morocco for about a month in December. And Morocco, the Moroccan universities are trying to do American studies program. They want to study American society, American history, politics, culture, and so on. Hobbies. Well, I go to the gym. I do exercises in the pool, and then I go to the gym, do more exercises. I'm turning into a real jock. I like to cook. I can cook anything. Middle Eastern, anything you can think of, I can cook it. I love to cook. I make bread, Middle Eastern bread. I make pizza, fresh pizza from scratch, everything.